Hello, how's it going? I think I'm about ready to start. So today I'm gonna try to add vertex color to my shading so I can have the two color fur. Because right now this thing only supports the overall albedo for like the whole thing. So I think I'm gonna add a boolean to allow using vertex color instead. So I think, let's see, there's curls. I want to look at what category this is under. Appearance, albedo. Okay. Okay, further down. Okay, here we go. Huh? Oh, okay, yeah. So we go further down. Render skin, albedo. Okay. We can say port var use vertex color as albedo. Okay. Use vertex color as albedo. It's false. Okay, so here we have all these parameters. So here we can say uniform tool use color as albedo equals false. We can say if use color gotta make sure I spelled that right. care about that. Nope. Nope. How do we get the vertex color in a shader? Vertex color. Go shader language. Okay. Why built-in shader functions? No. Is it spatial shader? Text built-ins. Okay. Is not helping me very much. That's not what I want. So this is all in the fragment, right? Yeah. Okay. Say vec3 equals okay, so that's, I think this is just the position. Okay, so in out vec4 equals something like that. So I think we can say if hold on. Yeah, I'm not sure how we get the color from the vertex function to the fragment. Where it's doing that. Okay, so you can get the vertex position of the fragment pixel in view space. No, that's not. Okay, that's albedo. Let's see, Godot, use vertex color in fragment. Okay, yeah, I guess I just need to do that. So I need up here, let me see, varying vec or vertex color. And here, vertex color equals color. And then here we say all equals vertex color. I think that's what we want. Oh, this needs to be a vector 3. Okay, I think that's all we need to do. So now I check this on. I think it will be entirely white if I run this. Because I didn't set up any vertex colors. Okay, no. Oh, I'm never actually setting use vertex color here. Okay. So create materials, LED, configure material. Max dot set editor. Okay, so now if I run it, I think it'll be entirely white. No. Why is that? Let me just make sure that these are set correctly. Oh, yep, I once again typoed it. There we go. Okay, yeah. That is indeed what we wanted. It does look crazy though. Why does it look... No, that's correct. Because if this was set all the way to white, let me turn that off. Yeah, it looks the same. Not quite the same though. we do times equal. I set this to white. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that looks correct. Okay, so now we just need to actually like set up the vertex colors in Blender. And that should be pretty simple. You just gotta open our file and make sure we export it with vertex colors. So we go into layout mode, edit mode, and we set this by material. Okay. And we go into vertex mode. We mask it by face. And why am I not seeing the... Okay, here we go. Wait, let's just test this. Why isn't that doing anything? Attributes. I didn't know. Attributes. Why isn't this doing anything? Well, okay, it is working. It's just the view I was in was not correct. Okay, so we want this to be white. And then edit mode. Yep. Expand, please go black. And then we do the same thing for the head. Let's see. That's it. It's include selected object. Data mesh. Vertex color. Yes. Armature. Yes. Yes. There we go. Oh. Interesting. Okay, it didn't mirror the stuff properly. Why is that? Export GIF. Objects, data, mesh, apply modifiers. That was it, probably. There we go. And okay, why is it not working now? Okay, my animations are broken too. Interesting. Let's look back here in the shader. Why don't we just set equal to instead of times equal? Okay, no, we just get white. So clearly the vertex colors are not coming in from Blender. Why would that be? Export. GLTF. Include. Selected objects. Data. Mesh. Vertex color. Not sure. Whoa. Data match vertex color for material set to active in the color settings. Okay. Export GTF. Data mesh vertex color active. Export. Okay. That seems to have worked. There we go. The rig is broken. Look at me go. Okay, actually, before I do any of that, let me get all the purple. I want to this color. I'm going to gonna copy the hex code for it. So when I go into vertex paint, edit mode, vertex paint, get the face mask on. We can, in our color palette, we can make a new color palette and then paste that. Just want to make sure that edit mode. Okay. I just want to make sure that the vertex colors that we're getting in Godot match the exact RGB values that the material is using. Not that it's like a huge deal, I just want to make sure it's consistent. What have I done? Okay. So I'm also worried about the black and white. I just wanted to make sure I got the what? Oh, I only had the head selected, I guess. It's like really blue. Why is he so blue? That's not the color he was in Blender, is it? Okay. For appearance, VIPO, color, appearance, and then we need to go in that fader again. And it does need to be times equal. There we go. Cool. I think we need to make the fur on the face a little less long. Looking a little wild. We can like bump up the density to like probably there. It's I think I have higher density on my my face in my current build, but I'm not sure how can probably also get away with fewer shells. Guess it kind of depends on like how close up we are. 64 seems like a lot. So if we put it at 32 and we enable the LEDs, and actually we probably want to oh, why is it so blue? That's super weird looking. Okay, and then we go into our here. Wait, no. This one. Those both are broken for some reason. Why is that? Whatever. Ragdoll character. Weird. Okay, and then oh no, did my ragdoll stuff all break because that's it. Yeah, I somehow broke the whole ragdoll thing. Oh, that sucks. And do the animations even work? It doesn't even have the animation thing set up. Oh god. What have I done? Okay, whatever. This one at least seems like mostly correct. Okay, so if we close this, don't save. Okay. Then we just hope that this stays correct. Okay. Appearance. White. Use vertex color. Same with this. Okay. I think on both of these, let's set this down to like 32. Use these. 2. I think we can set the minimum melody to like 4 probably. There we go. Okay, animations still are not working. Ragdoll is working now. Whoa, did I say it's working? It clearly was not working there. Okay, we got an animation tree. It doesn't have an animation player anymore, which is bad. So your animation player is also gone. Like this, because it's not part of the rig. What? Yeah, so this needs to be inside there. A lot of errors. What are all these errors about? Okay, it just doesn't like the animation library. Can't resolve track, blah blah blah. Okay, animation tree. It isn't enough. Okay, idle, walk, glide, and T-pose are missing. Okay, we have idle, we have walk. We don't have T-pose, and we don't have. We do have glide. Interesting. Couldn't resolve track. General skeleton. We have general skeleton. I think I might just need to close and reopen. Godot is big mad at me. Good thing I backed this up on source control the other day. I think I can probably salvage it, but we'll see. Okay, yeah, it doesn't like these. This all seem right. Don't have any eye bones. So I couldn't resolve track. Oh yeah, that shouldn't matter. That's not a track that we even use, so I don't care about the typing animation. I'm not using that. It does not have ring finger bones. It shouldn't matter at all. I guess the only other thing I can think of is it needs to be under here. And then animation player. Why aren't these working? Yeah, I think I might have made a mistake somewhere in the process and made stuff local when it shouldn't have been. Okay. Yeah, so it's missing the animation player here. The problem. What? Does it think it's okay? It's just under the skin, under here. Animation, manage animation, load library. Animation. But yeah, none of this should matter at all. Go away. Okay, idle, walk, glide, and T-pose are missing. Oh, okay, yeah. I remember. Oh. Okay, let's get rid of this. Maybe. Okay, so go here. This is the root one. So yeah, our animation player is missing from here. Animations. Okay, there we go. The animation tree. We're still missing idle, walk, glide, and keep. But we can at least edit them here, I believe. Okay. Why isn't that updating? Weird. Okay. And then we also need okay, we have typing, we have which ones is it missing? It was missing T-pose. Oh, those were ones from the actual rig, I believe. Expert. ELTF. Data. Animation. Make all object animations. No. Okay, I must have broken these animations somehow. That's fine. Don't think we need this open anymore. Thank you for the hydrate. Okay, glide, VIPOs, idle, and why are those saying they're missing? Why isn't it letting me select these here. Why is this broken? Oh, okay. That would be why. Should be walk. Let's jog. Let's run. And then let's jump. Okay, we are missing our T-pose. There's none animation here. I'm actually gonna make a new folder, and I'm gonna drag in my Quaternius animations because he has some that I think might work better for some of the stuff I'm trying to do. We are about to have ads as well, just a heads up. Universal animation library. I can import this as an animation library. And go in here, make a bone map. Go. This came in as an animation library, so should be able to so now in here we have the T-pose. We should be able to say a T-pose. There we go. Hello, Bri. How's it going? Okay. So now if we go over here. Should all be right. Come on, Godot, you could do it. Okay. Yeah, it really is mad about this whole typing animation thing. This whole thing is just chugging. Chug, chug, chug. Godot is mad at me today. Okay, there we go. Why? Let me go in here. Okay, go away, please. Thank you. Imported animations belong to an imported scene. Yeah, I know. Okay, that's fine. Yep. Okay, yeah. Seems to be working correctly. And I just want to go through and like make sure that all these changes I made are defaulting correctly. Okay. We don't need that. Yes, thank you. Yes, thank you. So, my animations are not playing. My ragdoll is ragdolling though. Okay, interesting. Why? That animation's not complete. I don't need that open. Let's go back to this scene. Because it was working in that scene. Maybe. Okay. Okay. Is colliding on a instance. Oh yeah, rid of this and then drop in the ragdoll character instead. Do what they do. Get up. Whoa. What is happening here? Oh, it's because I named the thing differently. That's... So this should be jog. Or should we run? Okay. Yeah. And then let's just make sure all these are correct. So that should be jump. Let's glide. You fix that one already. This one. Get front. Why is that one not in? There we go. It's mad about something. That was weird. Why are you doing this? Where's this error coming from? Maybe we close and reopen again. Like I said, Godot is not happy with me today. Oop. That's not what I meant to do. Didn't need to open a second instance of my VTuber. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it doesn't care. Okay, it doesn't look like it's spamming the console anymore. So I think to make it look a little bit better when he gets up, what I need to do is I need to set the position follower goal, man. Hello Claymore, welcome. How's it going? I am Urple. Jumps at you. Yes, I'm working on some improvements to my ragdoll system for my character. For my 2.0 VIPO. I am using a plugin. It is called So Fluffy, and it's sort of doing a shell mesh thing, similar to how they did the fur in Shadow of the Colossus. So there's like, it's kind of hard to see, but if you get really close, you can see there's like a bunch of they're basically like circles that get smaller as they get further away. This is like way more dense than what I need to. It has like an LOD. Yeah, 1 million shells. It has 64 shells, which is definitely overkill for what I'm doing. And I was looking into actually using the LOD system here. But yeah, today I edited the shader for the fur so it can use the vertex color from the mesh, because by default it was I couldn't have multiple colors on the same mesh. This works out. And actually, I think no, yeah, that's right. Yeah. What Claymore said. I didn't write this plugin thing. I just found it online and it seemed like it would be useful, so yeah. That's what I was thinking about doing too. This is mostly just like a playground project that I made to test out a bunch of stuff. So like the version that I'm using in the bottom right, this is made in Unity. I'm using the Connect to do my tracking. And it can do face tracking and body tracking. And I just found a shader online that I'm using, but yeah, I'm thinking about changing the way I do my fur for the next iteration, but this is just a way to quickly play around, which I think is neat. But yeah, I could probably bump this down to like 16 and not really lose that much fidelity, except for in like the really close-up stuff. Or maybe 32. It definitely doesn't need to be 64 though. And I could probably also bump the density down as well, maybe. I haven't played around too much with the settings here, but I'm basically trying to get as close as possible to what it looks like in Unity in this Godot project. So yeah, I want to be able to have people be able to when they join chat, they can have a creature spawn. It's a pretty common thing a lot of VIPO people do, and I would like to have my own system for that, and have people be able to use channel points to like customize their little guy. Could be neat. Right now they're just like a clump. So what I think I want to do, I'm gonna like completely overhaul this NPC stuff, but they really need a state machine for different behaviors, and then I'm probably going to have like almost like a reservation request system for where they stand, so they don't all like clump up together. So like they'll have a target, and then based on the number of little guys, they'll like spread out in a circle around the target instead of clumping like that. Thought about it a little bit. Tim Kane did a video talking about that sort of system. Disable shadows on the fur. Yeah, I think that's what I've done in this as well. Add backlighting. Yeah. I might have to pick your brain later about it then, because again, I'm not super versed in shaders. I know enough to like change things, but like in the shader code, but I'm not super good at writing my own custom shaders. But yeah, the self-shadowing is a bit much here. I wonder if there's a setting in here. Yeah, I could just make it let me take the albedo color and like make it slightly above 0 intensity. Do like an HDR type thing here. 5. Make it less yeah. So yeah, the way it has like this editor utility that like sort of fakes it, so I don't have control over it at edit time to that granularity without going in and changing the preview script, but I can look at it how it actually looks when it's running and maybe turn off the shadows there. Yeah, I don't think it's like yeah, I'll figure out where yeah, it is open source, but yeah, this is the thing that I'm using. It's called So Fluffy. And I haven't looked into like all the settings and everything, but okay. Just gonna copy this, paste it here. Maybe. Yeah, if I run it and then I go in the remote, interesting. So I guess it's doing it all in the shader. So I could probably go in the shader and just like add a yeah, so this is what I added earlier today. I just added I grabbed the vertex color in the vertex function and then multiply it here. Yeah, so it's just using a half Lambert. I guess I could switch it to diffuse light, or to the full Lambert instead of the half. But I don't know how to actually turn off the shadows there. Oh, it's unshaded. Huh. I guess I could do that. I think this might break some stuff, but yeah, that's what it looks like with no shading. Oh, so it has like a height gradient. I think that might be part of it. But I think the height gradient might be too extreme for what I want. I don't entirely know what the height gradient does. Interesting. mean, I haven't really noticed that much of a performance problem from the extra draw cost, but that's something to be aware of. Thanks for the heads up. Either colors multiplied by this gradient every single. Yeah. So this point here, bump that up so it's not all the way black. What if it just goes from like 50% to white? Wonder what that'll look like. Looks a little bit better. I wonder if oh yeah, this might be blowing out because this is above 1 now, or above. Yeah, let's see. This fact. Yep. Yep. And then maybe just the. Okay, so let's set this to like 0.5 maybe. And then set this to like almost light, but not quite. And maybe we okay, maybe yeah, we put this back to 2. We just like control the gradient so it's less extreme. And we can have a separate one on the head too. If we feel like yeah, so it doesn't have real shadows, it's just entirely entirely based on the gradient there. Well, it could be the LOD is kind of making it do some weird stuff too. So I think what if we do like a crazy 5 is the default, so like... Yeah, I haven't messed around with like the... Yeah, I like the thickness being higher on the body. Alright. Oof. Whoa. I think I broke something. Yeah, Ragdoll's still prone to exploding sometimes, apparently. Wonder why that is. Also, the camera follow is like way too slow. Thought I fixed that, but... But yeah, I'm going to do like a full character controller with a state machine. This is just like a very simple, I'm just using the character body 3D built-in script with a couple basic changes to make it so he turns and animates and stuff. But yeah, I want to be able to like have the D20s, when they hit him, they can like launch it and stuff. It'd be fun. And I need to make sure that he, when he gets up, he's facing the right direction. It seems like he doesn't always get up in the correct direction. If he like twists around while he's falling, he'll be facing the wrong way sometimes. I am gonna be right back real quick. Alright, I'm back. Wait, I think the way that I need to orient the character controller when I do the get up is so the way that it works right now is it's just putting the character controller where the hip bone is, and it's keeping the same orientation it had before the ragdoll started, I think. But that can cause problems when the hip bone isn't like in contact with the ground. That's why there's like that little jump when he gets up. I also need to like blend the ragdoll pose with the first frame of the get up pose. Hello. They're pushing me. They're bullying me. And I need to think through like how I want interactions to work. I want to be able to like pick up the D20s and like throw them and stuff. So I think the way that it would work is I've built an interaction system before, so I think the way that it would work is like every object would have like you can pick them up and then have a button to interact with the currently held object, and then another button to throw it slash drop it. So it'd probably be if you tap it, you drop it. If you hold it, you can throw it. And then like a use, and maybe a separate thing if you use while you're holding it. Some of them would probably only be throwables, but things like food you could pick up and eat. And I would want the little guys to be able to eat food and stuff. I am king. I was initially thinking about making it, when I first had the idea for doing the VIPO, I was thinking about using Joy-Cons as my controllers and having almost like, since I'm pretty experienced doing VR dev, I was thinking about the interactions in a VR type way. So like the triggers on the Joy-Cons would be like grab buttons, so each hand could independently grab things. Now I don't think I'm gonna go that route. I think it's just gonna be like pick up one object at a time. But yeah, I definitely want to be able to pick stuff up and throw it around. And like my in my current overlay, I have like my my hydrate reminder. It will it'll spawn a LaCroix can in my hand. But I think it'd be fun to make it so my hydrate would throw like a water bottle or LaCroix can at me in my 3D realm. And then be able to like have my guy pick it up and drink it. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with how the ragdoll and the fur stuff is working out. So I think over the weekend I'm gonna have a think about how I want the interactions to work and start setting that up on Tuesday next stream. Yeah, I'm running out of steam today. It's getting close to not quite dinner time, but it'll be dinner time soon. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up here. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. I'll find somebody for us to raid. Let's see who's streaming today. Well, Corehawk's just started, so let's go say hi to Corehawk. And have a good weekend, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you on Tuesday. All right. Bye.